Good afternoon, everybody. How you all doing? Hope you're doing well. Almost the weekend. Getting closer and closer. Anyway, we're here with ATS Convoy mode, and we're just waiting on Causey because there was an update to a mod he didn't have, and he went and updated it, and his update was more up to date than my update, so I had to go update mine, and now we're just sitting here waiting for Causey. But let's say hello to him anyway while we're waiting. G'day, Causey.
G'day. I don't know why this is taking so long.
Is it still downloading?
No, my computer just decided it wants to take forever reading the files or something. I don't know what it's... Okay, so...
Anyway, I'm in Montana. We're going to try and do as many of the truck thingy bobs. External contracts, that's what we want. And what would be really nice is that we go with destination. There we go. There's my first one. Echo, hey mate. Missed yesterday's stream sadly. That's alright. It's all good, mate. How you been anyway? You didn't miss much yesterday anyway. I was a bit of a sad sack. I had a bit of bad news which was stressing me out. So hopefully today will be a lot better. Yeah, same, just chilling. Just trying to sort out the problem that arose. Like I said, I mentioned it yesterday, so I want to try and mention it today because it probably wasn't nice to watch, and yeah. I spent yesterday stressed out, so I'll try and spend today not stressed out and then get back to it tomorrow. So spread my stress out.
I am in.
You would join if you can. Why can't you? I got all the DLCs. Map ones, it is.
And today we will be showing off some of Montana.
Indeed, we will be doing Montana and stuff, so. Oh, can't you? You haven't got them all. I think even though they put the ability to not need all the mods, I think the map ones are probably definitely must have.
Yeah, it seems that way.
That's a shame. They might come on special. So yeah, like I said, we're just waiting on Causey.
Oh, I'm in Billings now.
Okay, well I'll begin delivery and hopefully you can pick up the same one. I think this is we had issues with, but we'll see if there hasn't been a fix or something else.
I'm just heading down. I'm gonna top up on fuel while I'm next to the gas station and then come around and pick up whatever load you're choosing.
Well, apparently we're heading to Sydney, Australia. Actually, how is the fuel situation for me? I always struggle to find where the fuel gauge is on this. Oh, there it is, half tank. Well, if I go... Hang on, why... Oh, there it is, I was going to say. Oh, I'm in the Peterbilt shop. Why hadn't it discovered it? If there is a fuel stop on the way, I will.
Well, if you're in the Peterbilt shop, right here down the road.
Yeah, I see where you are, and I think I'm going right past it, so I can pop in and get some fuel as well.
Stay right, and then continue straight. Go straight.
Back in the Beast, my favourite truck. My beauty. There she is with all the glory.
Oh, you picking this up from the... We are. We're picking this up from the quarry.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Quite a distance away.
Yep.
Right, let's hope we don't have the same issues as we had yesterday. We had a lot of fun. I had, what do we had? I got to a toll booth, and there was a car in front of me. No, yeah, stop the engine first. There was a car in front of me, and I was hoping that the barrier it wasn't a stop and pay one. It was the old just drive on through. And I was hoping the barrier would stay up, and it started to come down a little bit, and I went, oh no, and I took my foot off the gas to go put it on the brake, and then it went back up again. It was fully up. But apparently I hit it, which caused damage, so that was fun. And then I fixed the truck up, and then driving along, I lost steering, and then the game froze, and then because he got kicked off the server, and it was because the USB lost connection with the wheel or something like that, which is something that started yesterday. I plugged my wheel in, and it did the self-test and everything, and then all of a sudden I went to go and use it. I went into the game, and the game said you can't detect the wheel, and I thought, well, hang on, what do you mean you can't detect the wheel? I've plugged it in. And I had a look, and there was no lights on my steering wheel, and it seemed like it was a bit fidgety with the USB. And I've changed the USB. The USB I plugged it into is the one I used to have my headset in all the time.
Get ready to turn right.
And I changed that one over to another one. I've got three on the top of my computer, 3 USBs, and one of them's
turn right.
USB 3 or whatever it is. Which is where I used to plug the steering wheel in. So I've ended up going back and plugging the wheel into the USB 3 one, so hopefully I don't lose it. Then after that we get back into the game. I had to opt for it. And we were driving along, and we got to a tunnel, and there was a truck stopped. We had a lot of traffic just randomly stopping and turning around and facing the wrong way and stuff. I think it's the AI mod, to be honest. Yeah, and it looked like it was just stuck in the right-hand lane, so I jumped in the left lane, and there was a truck in front of me, and I saw a car go past it, so I thought, we're okay, and the truck hit the truck. And then I hit the truck that hit the truck. Then Causey hit the truck that hit the truck that hit the truck.
Go straight. Which
is me. So we ended up with a heck of damage yesterday. It was so I ended up finishing the stream early, obviously, on top of the fact that I got given some bad news. No, no, no. So, yeah, look, the bad news, I'll get this over and done with because people will be wondering what it is. I'm getting a rent increase that could potentially cripple me and could potentially stop me from streaming. Because it was a huge increase.
Go straight.
Wasn't as bad as I was led to believe, but pretty close. So that increases in 6 weeks, and I've just got 6 weeks to try and sort out whether or not I'm going to be living in a house, let alone anything else, afford to do anything else. But that's a problem for when I'm not streaming. Yesterday it got to me, so I apologise for those who are watching. It probably wasn't enjoyable. I was sort of using the stream as a therapy session, which is not fair on you guys. So today we'll get on and we'll do this and get most of Montana, and I get to have a look at Montana, especially the places I hadn't been compared to last week's stream. It was just in between the two towns basically. With the coast to coast, which is missing quite a bit in this DLC.
I am getting stuck at every red button.
You in front of me or behind me?
I am behind you because for some reason when I chose the job, it teleported me back to the Peterbilt dealership.
Oh, okay. So that's why I couldn't see you. I thought you were well ahead of me. Was the reason why. We'll be driving through the night again. As I said yesterday with the they need something like Farming Sim has when you want to sleep. If you don't want to drive during the night and you're doing this Convoy mode, and of course we can't sleep because we're on a server, they should have the ability, like with the Farming Sim multiplayer, when we're going to sleep, you go and trigger the sleep.
Get ready to turn right.
But I asked the other players if they want to sleep as well. So if you're doing a delivery together and you all want to sleep to advance time, they should add that as a option in the multiplayer. Oof.
Oh my god. I'm gonna run this light or else I'll be sitting here forever.
It's a bit of a drive out to where we need to go, eh?
Yeah, I delivered to here before.
So just a reminder, tomorrow we're starting a new game. It should be fun. Still got to figure out how I'm going to do this with a keyboard and a wheel. A wheel which I won't use that often, not as much as I will need the keyboard, but it's going to be a stretch. The mouse will be alright, should be. But yeah, I'll be playing My Summer Car, and if you've never seen that game before, come along and have a look, especially even if you just come and watch the opening sequence, because it's hilarious. Oh, I think it's very hilarious. Took that nice and wide, didn't I? Oh, this quarry. I just remembered this from last week. And yeah, it's a great game. The developer tries to like send you to a mental institute. And he puts all sorts of stuff in there that can drive you nuts. It's a game that you love to play or you hate to play. There's no in between.
Turn left.
So hopefully we'll see you there for that, and then yeah, I'll be completely building a car. It's set in the 1995, or maybe later actually. In Finland. It's actually sort of based around the developer's teenage life. And in Finland they're big rally enthusiasts there, so but anyway, you actually build a car from scratch with all the parts, the engine parts and everything. You got to build it from scratch, you got to do the timing and everything else like that, but you got to make the money and all sorts of stuff, and there's just a whole lot of funny things that happen, and yeah, it's lots of things you can do, and a lot of great characters in it, and yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Go straight.
And you can die from pretty much anything. And this is how trolly the dev is.
We are here.
At the beginning when you start the game, you get a license and you've got to put your name and everything in, and right at the bottom, which everyone misses, it's got permadeath and its default setting is on. So a lot of people put the effort in and build the engine and build their car and stuff like that and go along and end up dying, because I mean there's all sorts. There's a cousin in the game that almost continually tries to run you off the road. And where is this thing? Have I driven past it? Oh, there it is. Yeah. You can die from not going to the toilet. Your bladder will explode. You can die from too much stress. You reduce your stress by one of the ways you can reduce your stress is by smoking. But what happens then is, even though it reduces your stress, you get stressed easier. And oh yeah, drinking, getting drunk on that thing is just, yeah, it will give you real bad motion sickness watching it. That is brutal. It's really good, but brutal.
Ready to roll.
Okay, I'm ready to go.
I'm on my way out. Yeah, well this is annoying. You're going to see all this in the dark. And this is one of the reasons why, you know, they should add that option to be able to sleep fast forward time in the multiplayer environment.
Yeah. And it should be really easy to implement. Other games can do it.
Well, they've got it anyway. They've got the mechanic. It's in the base game, so they sync up the times as you come in. So it shouldn't be that hard to do at all. It should be rather easy to do.
Good news is by the time we get back onto the highway, half the night will be gone.
What is the time? Where's the clock on this thing? It's around somewhere. There it is. It's 20 past 11. Yeah, it would have been nice. I mean, I've seen all this area, but we're going to a completely new place that I never went to last week. Oh, hello. Evening, officer. Thank you for stopping. I suppose the good news is we're not running a season mod. So sunrise should be earlier. It probably would have been better if you used the summer one, then the sunrise would be a lot earlier and then the sunset would be a lot later.
Yeah.
Get ready to turn right.
Then vanilla game.
Turn right.
Well, I suppose it's actually been really good for me. I've done something, I don't know what I've done, but all of yesterday's stream I didn't have an issue with my brake. I don't think I had an issue with my brake last ATS stream, and the ATS stream I think it happened once. So maybe whatever was causing that problem, the gremlin, has moved on to
Straight.
greener pastures, distracted by something else.
We can only hope.
I need a clock with a digital display.
Turn left.
Pardon me. All clear across now. Even if I remember last week, I was watching with my indicating right, which I've got set up as on the paddles on my wheel. I was having trouble with that, getting that to work. I noticed yesterday it was working fine. So I wonder if it was that USB connection. Just, I must have worn it down a bit.
Might have been. I know those USB things, they sometimes go. I've had that issue before with ice, everything else.
It just seems weird because it was
Stay
the one,
right.
all it was
Then
used
turn
for a long time was my headset, and it wasn't like I was unplugging my headset and plugging it in and unplugging it. There I could understand it wearing down.
Turn right.
Sneak past you. And like I said, I haven't had a problem with it but until yesterday, but it just seems weird. Mind you, on the other hand, my wheel I do unplug and plug back in, and I've had it for a while. So I could have worn that down, but it seemed to be a bit of a tight fit, well, a snug fit, shall we say, when I plugged it in and getting this line. And back into the old USB I used to use. We're still on Billings, aren't we?
Yep.
Go straight.
Yeah, anyway, let's hope I shifted too early. No, I didn't shift too early. I was using the using it to help me slow down because I wasn't slowing down quick enough, and I thought I was going to go up the back of that van in front of me.
Stay left, and then turn left. Turn left.
There's something I trained myself in when I first started driving and on the roads and stuff in real life, to quickly down change to help me slow down if I was ever in a situation where I needed to brake quickly, and which I have been. And it's worked a treat because I tend to find before ABS braking, well, before I could afford a car with ABS braking, especially in the wet, it was a better way to slow yourself down without your brakes locking up and you sliding along. So it was a form of ABS that I taught myself. I got really good. I was always prepared. I was always prepared to quickly change down gears to help me slow down. And when I ended up with automatics cars, I did the same in them. Because with the automatics, I'm assuming they're all the same all over the world, where you have your D for drive, and then you used to have 2 for second gear and 1 for first gear. So if I had to stop quickly, I would quickly change it from drive into second and then into first to help slow down quicker. And even when I ended up with cars with ABS, I still did it.
And then turn left.
Because sometimes the brakes alone don't slow you down quick enough, and changing the gear down will end up slowing you down a lot quicker than your brakes can without you skidding along. Well, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. We might get to see some of the scenery. I don't actually know how long of a trip this is. Let's have a look here. Oh, it's only a 4-hour trip, so we ain't going to see any of the scenery. Oh, now that I didn't plan on doing.
Well, with any luck, we'll actually get to see the city. I do like what they did with this city. Also, remember, since we're doing World of Trucks, we're held at 65 miles an hour.
Yeah, but so far from what I see from Montana, 65 is electric, mostly 45.
I think it's to be 70 on some parts of the highway.
It's another bugbear of mine with World of Trucks, and the reason why I don't do it very often is the annoying stuck to a certain mile per hour ceiling of 65. And I understand why they've got the speed limit in it without the option to turning it off like you can when you're not doing World of Trucks. I get that, but it's to stop you from basically going too fast or going over the speed limit. But what they should do is limit to the speed that you're allowed to do. like here we just got into 70 and we only can do 65, which is just, with World of Trucks right now, I would say, okay, you're allowed to do 70, but nothing more.
I think it's pretty sad that the speed limit just went up and we're still the fastest ones moving.
Yeah. So, and I mean, it sort of also defeats the purpose. I mean, we put a limit of 60 mile an hour, so sort of so you don't. There is a reason for it, and it's something I can't exactly remember what it's to do, but I think it's just to keep it more sort of realistic and what have you. And
Don't watch it.
yeah, I saw it.
That was.
I knew I was fine on that one for once. I didn't look at it and go, oh yeah, I can make that. I looked at it and went, yeah, I can make it.
And that's okay, I had the shoulder.
But yeah, oh yeah, you pull into that lane for no reason. Yeah, I should have knew that. I should have guessed that was going to happen. Pull into that lane and then get back. Yeah, here we go. You going to do it while I'm right next to you? I hope not. So yeah, anyway, there is a reason why they put the speed limit on it, but if trucks are allowed to go a certain speed in different states, then they should be able to do it, and it doesn't stop you from doing 65 mile an hour in a 25 mile or 30 mile an hour zone anyway. So they should have it limited, or do what I do, the limit 2 miles an hour over the speed limit. Just hit the brakes harder. Yeah, I can't. It doesn't matter how hard you hit the brakes, it only slows down at a certain pace. See, I might have a brake intensity settings different to on my MP profiles than my standard ones, because I remember yesterday with the Euro truck I said I was struggling to slow down. And I've got the same here, and I think they might have changed it. But hang on, no, that would make no sense, because I always thought that the brakes in this game, they stopped a little quicker than they should, so I changed it so they wouldn't. I don't know. 100%, yeah, my foot right through the floor. There'll be a hole in the carpet. This is a nice straight road. Just a shame I can't drive straight. Oh, isn't the scenery lovely? Don't know, can't see it.
If we keep getting lightning, you might get flashes of it.
Spoilers. Spoilers of the scenery. Why is it I can't keep these trucks of mine to go straight up? I couldn't do it with the keyboard. No, I could do it with the keyboard when I used to play this with the keyboard, but ever since I got a wheel, I can't get them to go in a straight line.